Hey everybody, The Great Escape here, and welcome to another episode on our Minecraft YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at the update 1.90, which brings a lot of cool new features to the game, but most importantly probably changes the way that Minecraft looks. If you're flying around your world today and wondering why things look a little different or strange, it's this reason right here. So if we fly down here, you can see we've got new textures in our stone blocks and our granite, and everything's looking different and new, but we've got a lot of things to cover in today's update, so let's quickly look at the change log so we can see what all has changed, and then we'll start checking out the new features. So here's a list of the changes that came in with the new update with 1.90. So we've got the jelly, which is Good Time with Scars cat, is in the game. We've got a new texture pack, so things should look different and things should kind of feel differently. You can go in with the classic texture pack if you'd like, and you can keep the way things to go there if you want. We've got the Loom, which is there for creating banners. Added some new banner patterns, a new reusable item for applying banners using the Loom. We've got the Lantern, that new beautiful light source. The Lectern, a new block that allows multiple players to read the same book together. It also puts out an interesting redstone outputs. New wood blocks and stripped wood blocks. Existing wood blocks have been renamed to logs and stripped logs. Added the crossbow. Crossbows can be loaded with arrows and shot like a bow. Added shields. You have to sneak while holding one to block attacks. Added the Pillager, a crossbow-wielding Illager. Currently, Pillagers are only in the creative menu, but I guess that means they'll come in later on. There's a new enchanted books, multi-shot, quick charge, and piercing, which all go with the crossbow. Leaves can drop sticks when destroyed, so our tree farms are also now stick farms, which is great. Dead bushes can now be used as furnace fuel. Chorus flowers can be destroyed with arrows. Cats can now be healed by feeding them raw cod or raw salmon. Creepers can drop records if they're killed by a stray. Oh, interesting way to get records instead of the old way. Dispensers with shears in them will shear sheep when activated. Added new recipes for rabbit stew and beetroot soup. Added the ability to create dyed stained glass from glass pane and dye. Added the ability to create dyed carpet from white carpet and dye. Wet sponges will now dry out after a while when placed in the nether or a warm biome. Awesome, you don't have to just do it all in the furnace. And then there's some new trophies there that we'll kind of go over. But so let's go ahead and get into a creative world and start checking some of these things out. So starting at the top, we've got the Loom, which is the new block in the game that allows you to kind of work with banners. And it's got this UI. So I've got my banner there. Let's see how this works. Oh, okay, and then we can come in here and we've got all our different designs and things that we can put on it. Let's see, let me grab some ink. There we go, and let's just pop in. So I've got my banner selected, and I can come in here and it gives me all the different options for how to put the X on there, or the stripes. You can do halves, different shapes, borders, fields, and things. So this gives you a lot of different ways in which you can design and create your banner. And then you also get these banner these patterns right here. So there's a creeper charge pattern, a skull charge pattern, flower, a thing, a field masoned, and a border indented. That's a weird way to spell that. All right. So if I come over here and we can look at these. So that's the creeper, the flower, the thing, and the black skull charge, which is really cool. And then if I come back in here, there's the masoned field and the indented edges. So if I put that on, boom, and create. And now I've got my banner ready to go. So this is the Loom, which makes creating banners much easier than it was before, and also gives us a lot more functionality. So that's the first new item there in the game. So let's next check out the other new block added, which is the Lectern. Alright, so next up is a Lectern. A Lectern is a block found in villages. It can be used to hold books for multiple players to read in a multiplayer, which is pretty cool. So if I have a book, which, let's say right now, there's nothing really in the book. Alright, so next we've got the Lantern, which allows you to read books in multiplayer. So if I put the book on here, boop, there we go. So there we've got the book there, and I mean it's only got one page, but you can do that, and then you can just pop the book off and you can take it with you. The interesting thing about it is that it should, if we got the functionality, we should get a redstone output from the Lectern when we're reading the book. Let's see. I can't tell if we're getting one. Let me get a book that actually has some things written in it. Alright, so we've got a book up here now, and it doesn't look like we're getting anything. So this functionality is not in the game yet. As you can see, it's not putting out a comparator output, but hopefully they'll get that in there because it's a very cool feature that you get from the Pillager village and pillage update. So hopefully this will be coming into the game, but there's the Lectern, so 2 people or more can read the same book at the same time, which is a pretty cool feature. Alright, so up next we've got the Lantern, which is this beautiful lighting block. You know, it gives a lot of little texture. Lanterns can be placed either hanging under a block or on top of a block. It gives slightly more light than a torch, and it should, because I think the crafting recipe involves iron. But if you put it there, it kind of looks like that, or you can hang it underneath something and it looks beautiful like that. So this gives a lot of options for you, you know, like builders out there who love to, you know, design things or make things look really nice or lovely. You know, you can have your little lantern, yeah, just like, you know, this beautiful design right there. Absolutely, of course. But you can have your lanterns hanging off things, or you can have it sitting on a table or doing whatever. And let's just pop in and see. Oh, they look great at night, and they kind of have a little thing to them, but let's just really briefly compare them to torches so we can see about, not lily pads, compare them to torches to see. So if I pop over here into the darkness and pop a torch, we kind of get, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of strong lights going. But if I pop a lantern down, it definitely looks brighter and more impressive, which is great. But these torches are beautiful. These guys just spawned over here, and it's just like a little, like a creeper zombie convention. But then they didn't invite the skeleton into their thing. Anyway, so we've got the new lantern blocks, which are gorgeous and beautiful, and I can't wait to use them in my world. All right, on to the next thing. All right, so next up we've got the crossbow, which is wonderful and cool, and okay, so you use it up and then you charge it, and boop. There we go. So we've got our little crossbow, and there's actually kind of, based on the enchantments that you can have, there's kind of 2 main types of crossbows. So you see this one is multi-shooting. So, you know, you get a line of baddies in. Let's get a line of baddies in. And then you can multi-shoot and hit multiple at a time, which is great. Now the cool thing about this is you can charge up and then just walk around with it. Let's see if you charge 2 up. Oh good, so they stay charged, so you can now switch between them, which is pretty cool. So you could have a whole line of charged up crossbows, and then just have a you know, just like it's like a Gatling gun of crossbows, which would be kind of cool. Now, as I said, there are kind of 2 main types of crossbows that you can have. So if you see this one, I loaded it up with every enchantment that I could possibly put on it. So it's got Quick Charge 3, which is a new enchantment, Piercing 4, which is a new enchantment, Power, Unbreaking 3, Mending, and Flame. I didn't see any of them burning though, so maybe the flame is not either working or it doesn't do anything. Apparently, I don't know. And so that kind of is that one. So how quickly that one charges up, and then this one, again, mending and infinity don't stack, so they are like that, just like on the bow. But here we get, and this one had piercing, this one has multi-shot, so those two don't stack on each other. But these are pretty cool. I really like them, but they're definitely not lighting anything on fire like they should be, so the flame might not be working on them. But that is our crossbow. If there's one item that you went on to 4J and they tweeted something about the Steven Universe update, or they tweeted that they were working on something, if there's one item that you saw repeatedly being posted and asked about, it was this one. So we now have shields in Minecraft PS4, and I have to say I'm super excited. Now, the way they work is there's not a button that you hold or press to block. You simply sneak with the shield, and it blocks like that. So from this angle, it kind of looks like this. So let's test this. Let's get out of creative. Wait, but first we gotta summon in some baddies, and then let's get out of creative. Let's see, let's go full hardcore, and let's see how strong it is against a creeper, and then we'll do Skelly. I need to put the Skelly in the darkness though, because otherwise he will die. Okay, Skelly, you're gonna live right here for just a minute. And then Creeper, let's go up here, buddy. Alright, so here's our Creeper. Now, let's get out of creative mode. Whoa! Full-on Creeper Blast just absorbed by the shield, which is awesome. And let's go take on this Skelly now. Hey, Skelly, buddy. Nice. 100%. So, if you ever blocked an attack from a skeleton using your sword, you know you still take a little bit of damage, but this is blocking 100%. As you can see, the durability on the shield is going down, so that's awesome. So this works perfectly and beautifully. Let's see, are there any kind of enchantments or anything that you can put on this shield to make it last longer or be better? Alright, so just a quick little test. You can put mending and unbreaking on shields, which is great. And then I know that there was a way to combine and color shields using banners on the... Where do they even put banners? Down here. Using banners on the other version of the game. I don't know if... No, I don't... This might not be the way to do it. So if anybody knows how to color shields or make them look differently, please leave a comment down in the description so we can figure that out. But let's go on and check our next one out. Alright, so next up we've got a change to the cat. Not like a major change, but we've got a new cat added. So that's old. That one's old. Is that Jelly? Is this the one that looks like Jelly? Can't really see. I think that one might be Jellycat. The black cat's definitely not. Or is that Jellycat? I think Jellycat has two different colors. No, I think this is Jellycat though. But we got the new Jellycat added into the game. And also in addition, you can now heal them by feeding them. Okay, well, that cat's now mine. So if I punch him... Oh, he's a little hurt. Let's see. How does he show his hurtness? Okay. And then I can heal him up by feeding him, which is good. And then, of course, if I get a bunch of cats and start taming them, and we get little baby cats. So there we go. So, so cats, we now have the new Jellycat, and you can also heal them when they're hurt by feeding them raw salmon or cod. All right. Alright, up next we got a new block which causes a little bit of change to old blocks. So if you had a piece of wood and you stripped the bark off of it, it looked like this. So you had you know, the stripping at the top and all those things. But we've now added in the new the wood block, which is the bark on all sides, which looks beautiful and great. And then when you strip it, you get the stripped log texture on all sides like that. And I believe that the the formula for, not formula, the recipe for crafting these is gonna be somewhere. I'm still learning all of it's probably right here. Yeah, there you go. Is just 4 of the whatever type of log gives you the fully covered wood block, and notice that you put 4 in, you only get 3 out. So there's a little loss there, but I guess you're taking one of the logs and creating a cover. I don't know. Sometimes like the stair, like the recipe for stairs, it always gets me because it doesn't seem to make sense. But there you go. So that's how you get the wood blocks, and then you can strip them like this. And I am super excited about this because sometimes I don't want this texture exposed, but this, it makes it easy. You can use it for flooring easier and things like that. But I'm super excited about this one. All right, on to the next feature. Another minor change, if you have been working with glass or anything like that, you used to have to kind of dye your glass and then make the stained glass from that. And now you can take glass panes, which I wonder if these look different. Let's see, because that texture looks different, but it might just be the new the new mapping on the thing. So yeah, there's no glass pane right here. Okay, that's weird. Oh, here we go. Glass panes. Alright, so glass and glass panes. So these textures should look... Oh. That's the first time I've seen the new glass texture. It looks gorgeous. I love this. I still wish we had no clipping so that like when you put a wall of glass, it just did that. But that looks great. And then, okay, so glass panes. And so now you can take those glass panes and you can dye them directly. So you don't have to stain all the glass and then cut the glass panes from it. You can take the glass panes and do it directly. Also, same thing with carpet. Instead of having to take wool and make the carpet, you can go straight from the white carpet and dye it any color you want. So that's a pretty cool new feature. Alright, next up little feature is going to make harvesting chorus plants a lot easier. So when you go out into the end, they can now be harvested with a bow, which is awesome. So you can just kind of shoot them all down very easily. So that's a nice little change that'll make harvesting these a lot simpler. Alright, so in order to test this, I had to build like a little thing. But apparently, if a stray kills a creeper, it can drop a record. So we're going to test this really quick. See if we can get that to happen. This is taking a while. There we go. We got a record. So if a stray kills a creeper, it's a way to get a record, which is that's a new way to get a record. And we got Melohi. I don't know. Alright, for this next one's pretty simple. The dead bush can now be used as furnace fuel. So if I come in here and I want to make some polished stone, I can now make polished stone. You can see that it takes 1, 2 bushes, it looks like, to do one item. So that's not super efficient, but it is there and it can now happen. But they've added the new feature where trees have an opportunity, or when leaves despawn, they have an opportunity or chance to drop sticks. So if I'm just going to set this off, so while I'm doing the rest of this video, we can see if that happens over here. But that is a new feature. I guess if you want a really inefficient furnace system, you could have a tree farm hooked up. I don't even know. But I mean, I think kelp is still the way to go on that. Alright, so for this next video, this is ridiculous. So I've got sheep going around, and eventually one of them will land on this pressure plate. And when they do, it will, there we go, shear them. Because inside of this dispenser, we've got our shears, and as the fish, did I say fish the first time? I don't know, anyway, the sheep will go around and they'll hit that pressure plate and they'll get sheared. Obviously this design needs a little bit of work, and I thought turning them upside down would stop them from jumping up and down, but now it's more ridiculous because they're jumping up and down on their backs. Anyway, so I have to like work out this, but this is definitely a farm that I'm going to be designing in the next couple weeks and figuring out how to do that, because this is an awesome new feature. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, so I'm out here in the nether. Oh gosh. Is that instantaneous? I'm putting down wet sponges, and they're... Okay, I'm gonna go... I'm probably gonna die, but I'm gonna go into survival and see if it's the same speed. Okay, yeah, so placing down wet sponges in the nether instantly turns them back into dry sponges, which is awesome. I thought you'd have to wait for a little while, but no. It's an instantaneous change. Now, it said that you could also do it in a warm biome, and I suppose that probably means something like a desert. Well, here, I'm in a plain. I don't know if this is warm. Let's see. No, that's still wet. So let's see if I can find a desert real quick. Okay, well, this looks like it's probably a warm biome. I don't actually know. And then I'll throw this down. That's not instant. Here's an actual desert. Let's see. That's also not instant. So it probably takes a little while in a warm biome, or I'm just in the wrong biome. But in the nether, it's instantaneous, which is awesome. Although you then have to... I don't know if baking them in a furnace is faster, or... I don't know. Alright, on to the last features. Alright, so the Pillager is in the game. It's just not, like, in the game. The only way you can get them currently is with spawn eggs. But you could, you know, create a world using a dispenser or something and have them, like, come out into the world and do an adventure map with them right now. Are they going to kill this cow? Right now he's just staring down the cow, like... Okay, well, anyway. But they are in the game now, and you can see they've got their little crossbows. I haven't seen any spawn in with the banner. Yeah, no banners. But they are all there. And they will attack villagers, although I think I just overloaded the world, so we don't have that right now. There we go. Oh, gosh. Oh, that was just... Well, now they're attacking each other? No, they were just accidentally shooting each other. Well, that was funny. Alright, so there we go. So so that's kind of the new feature. Alright, so, and then our final little thing, we're actually going to pop over into a copy of my world, and we're going to check out some differences over there. So we'll be right back. Alright, so for our final little piece, we got new textures in the game, and it's a little... I mean, I guess when the whole world looks some way, it's a little hard to see what's different or changed. So I'm over here on a copy of my Life Aquatic world, looking at the subscriber monument build that I put up in the last Let's Play episode. And we're going to kind of, let's just pop down on the ground here and stand right here. And we're going to look at it, and I'm just going to do a cut really quickly to the old textures, because you can still access the classic textures through the menu. So let me go ahead and pull those up, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so we've cut in, and I mean, I'm recording this video right now having just done it, but it's hard for me to tell. I definitely noticed a little difference in the sandstone and things, but obviously you'll be able to notice more with the cut on the video, so that'll be interesting to see. I'm actually interested when I edit this to see what that'll look like, because it is a subtle change, which is nice. I think one of the biggest differences I noticed was like the stone. Like the stone is all kind of like whatever, and it's definitely harsher lines on the new version, I think, but I don't know. All right, but anyway, I don't have any host options. Anyway, so thanks so much for joining me on this exploration of the new patch and the new update that we've got to the game. But if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. If you'd like to see more like it, then please subscribe, because now there's some new features and I'm excited to build some farms for it. And then stay tuned for the new Let's Play, which should be coming out tomorrow or so. It was going to come out today, but then this happened, so I had to do this, and you know, it's been a big thing. But thanks so much for joining me. This has been The Great Escape, and I will see you next time.